everyone. We are back with some Pact Made in Amber. That's not how it's been too long. It's only been 2 weeks, which is the normal amount of time, but my brain has rebooted. It's a Pact Made in Amber. Draw steel. We're gonna play some. I have a cat tapping at my feet. How's it going, everybody? Let's do a little bit of a recap. So, previously... Oh god. Previously, on a Pact Made in Amber, the crew of the Scorpion had received an urgent, if somewhat vague, mission from Consul Haruto to investigate a settlement known as Beheketa, which had supposedly fired upon a naval patrol vessel. Realizing that the crew was a bit understaffed, the consul provided writs of reimbursement, and the crew set about preparing to depart. Indy visited his prior superior, the naval historian Meredith Collins, a somewhat scatterbrained polder who provided him with information and release from his prior duties. Uvik recruited Blackbird, the Wood Elf Marine, previously a High Elf Marine, that the party had assisted back in Grinnell, who, while still in a leg cast, insisted she was capable and ready to do literally anything but sit in her bed. Bansii, for her part, tracked down Aurelia, the devil the party had rescued from the Tlatsiski Rex, and Aurelia, seemingly short on funds, was more than willing to join up with the party. Meanwhile, Higgins, who had planned to see if one of the current crew members was interested in stepping into a more combat-oriented role for this mission, returned to the Scorpion. But upon arriving at the naval docks, he witnessed the HED Volge firing upon a nearby vessel, annihilating it in an extreme display of power and violence. Only the entire thing had the stink of a setup to him. The nearby cart being on fire, but already being put out, the alarm bells cutting off almost instantaneously, the general preparedness of the entire event, and notably a seeming vagrant shouting that the Fulcrum had attempted to set fire to the naval warehouses, who Higgins later followed back to the HED Bulge, all seemed to indicate that the entire event was a false flag. But, well, there wasn't much that the crew could do about it at this moment. After gathering again and receiving their supplies, Higgins failed to press Yoham into service, but fortunately Robert stepped up instead, and thus the party sailed out of Pouso late in the evening, heading for the island of Aqua Sierra and the small sheltered settlement of Beheketa. And we did a little bit more than that. We kind of got to our destination, but then have gotten into the weeds of deciding exactly how we were going to go about doing this. So instead of jumping directly into that, we're going to do a quick downtime event. As you guys go across the water, across the ocean. I'll flip you over here real quick. Yeah. So on your journey, not that. On your journey, it takes about a day and a half. So for Higgins, Bansii, and Uvik, you've all done downtime activities before. Mark, Pickle, Indy, the trifecta of names. This will be your first downtime activity. What's up? Oh no. Can you put this in the fridge, actually? Thank you. Yeah. I appreciate it.
Open wide.
Just Kirby it, Hoover it right now. This will be your first downtime activity, so just kind of like a brief recap. For our players and a brief explanation for you. What downtime activities are is basically just what you're getting up to when you're not adventuring, right? Like training, learning new things, carousing, getting to know people, any sort of like endeavor that you're involved in and actively participating in, like building things. It all just depends on what your character is potentially interested in, but it also depends on your environment and what's available, right? So being that you are all shipbound right now, you can't really have a downtime activity that you get up to, like running a soup kitchen back in the city type thing, right? You can do that when you're there, but you can't really do that when you're out on a boat, right? Type situation. So,
run a soup kitchen on the boat.
Run a soup kitchen on the boat, which is already Higgins' job. So he might fight you over. Anyways, does anyone know what they want to do off the top of their head with their downtime activity? Just as a kind of recap there, Yuvik, I know you had previously...
perfecting my recipe.
Higgins, you had been previously working on a Hakan rock pie. Bansii, you have your toy making industry. Yuvik, you'd been kind of training some of the crew up type scenario. Anybody want to do those things or start new things, or what's the plan? Jump in when you have a feeling. Pie. Okay. Roll your power roll.
Okay.
Now, I remember us struggling.
That's not good pie.
It's not bad pie. You also get a plus.
A little gritty.
You also get a +2 because of your cooking. So
I saw my downtime tab does not have any progress, where I think last time I rolled pretty well.
So that's what I was saying. Like, we've not figured out how to like actually increment these. There are adjustments that are like permanent that aren't like, I don't think they're the right thing. Also, all our projects are status is like new project, ask your director to review. Maybe if they are reviewed, that becomes available.
Gotcha. So I will put that on the list of things to do. I have all of your prior rolls logged in my notes over here. So right now, not including the roll you just did, the perfect your recipe is at 49 out of 100. So adding an additional 12 is going to put you at 61. Remind me of these things, and then I'll take a look at the downtime section on your character sheets, and we'll see if we can't get that implemented. So that is Higgins perfecting his recipe. Who is up next?
Sorry to keep interrupting, but I got a pop-up that says your director can enable rolling by opening panels, downtime projects, and then click the gear button.
Under that, I also see the previous guy said dwarf his project under there of become Master Chief.
Downtime projects. Yeah. Okay. That exists. That adds a panel on my thing. Wait, you have a... Okay. I think right now, noodling around with this stuff is just going to take more time that we could instead actually play.
Yeah, you're right.
So let's just roll, and I'll log it, and then we can look into it at a later date.
All right. Well, in that case, I can go ahead and roll for crew training.
Unless you want to do something different.
No, I'm good with continuing the training, especially since we have some new people retaining the Scorpion.
You are currently at 40 out of 200.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Here I go.
Jesus. Okay. You're going to get a +2 to that as well, so that's going to put you at 54. Bansii, you've previously been making toys for your thing. Do you want to keep doing that, or do you want to do something new?
Yeah. I do want to keep doing that. I'd also be interested in watching Higgins cook.
Up to you.
But I'll do both.
I mean, you can watch Higgins cook while you're making toys, and
Yeah,
Higgins
let's do that.
can complain that you're getting wood shavings, or maybe he won't complain. Maybe he'll use the wood shavings in his pecan rock pie.
I'll be out.
Depends
How
on
about
the
I'll be
ingredient.
out of his way, but like absolutely a gargoyle in the corner watching what's happening.
Like, as
Like perked
as
and very interested, but not wanting to eat a single thing that he's making except maybe cookies.
except cookies. Wonderful. It just like tosses you a cookie every once in a while. Give me a power roll.
Not very good. Come on, Yellow.
It's okay. It's okay. Do you remember if you had when you did the whole like Uchronia stuff back at the temple with the kids, did you turn in like I know you gave your toys to them because there's no like practical role playing sense of like keeping them on you, right? So I know you gave them the toys that you had already made. But do you remember if you turned in your points for the ability or if you
I
saved
didn't.
them? Okay, so
I didn't
you-
do anything with it.
you're at
But I
68 then.
should.
Well, you have multiple tiers, right? It's basically like every 50 points you store up, you get a bigger kind of like boon for it. So I think you had just been saving for the next set.
Yeah.
So, okay. And Indiana. What's that? What's the song there? There's some song that just like stuck in my head and I don't know what it is.
Is it Gary, Indiana? Gary, Indiana.
Oh no,
Gary,
it might be.
Indiana.
Fuck. Oh no. How's it going? Do you have any thoughts or ideas of what you might want to do for a downtime activity?
Yes, but I also want everybody to know if you go to your character profile sheet, you can click downtime and create your own project there.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. It's
said
from
that.
there. Yeah, from there there's some step that I have to review or do something for it to like
Okay,
finalize. And that is not
Oh, to
an
create the
especially
project?
clear thing. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to be doing sort of split between two things. One is just research the notes again for the island we're going to,
Sure.
and
That
the
I
other
don't
thing is
I don't think that will. I actually have something for you, and we'll get to that in a minute. But I don't think that's going to eat up enough of your time to
No.
actually take a downtime slot.
no, yeah. I was just going to try to see if I can find any links or anything like that using my lore ability, history, magic, whatever. See if I can see any links between the new information I have with what I know and whatnot. But the other thing is I want to try to figure out what my uncle, because he left me this jar of black liquid, and I'm not quite sure what it is. It came with no instructions, and so I'm going to try to figure out what that is.
Down
Okay.
one.
All right. Okay. Ooh. Aha. Okay. I just roll me a power roll. And we're gonna go from there. Because if you
Okay.
roll really low, it'll be okay.
Mid-range.
Versus average. Versus rolling really high. Like that's the painful one. Like rolling really low is like, we'll deal with it later. Rolling really high is like, okay, let's do something now. Rolling in the middle is like, all right, okay. Okay. So I'm gonna say, how do you think you go about one, how big is this jar? And two, how do you go about trying to investigate this mysterious substance?
Wait, so I missed. You have a mystery jar?
He's got a mystery
it's-
jar of blackness.
I don't think I've talked about it to y'all, in game. But yes, I have an object, a jar of black liquid that I was left as my inheritance from my uncle. And I
That's
have no idea what
concerning.
it does.
Okay, carry on.
And so I guess I could begin with just I don't know.
How
It's dark
first off,
now.
how biggish do you think that is? Is it a little jar? Is it a decent
it's-
sized like carafe type
Um,
thing?
It's like a jar of ink. Like
Okay,
it's not huge.
So smaller.
It's, for something for a quill to do and use. And so it's handheld.
okay, gotcha.
I guess I want to begin by rolling around, seeing how it stains the glass, and then I'll eventually open it up and take a short sniff of it.
Okay. On an 11, rolling it around inside of the jar, presuming that we know it's black, and you're trying to see how it kind of like maneuvers in there. So we're gonna assume that the jar is opaque, like clear, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't stain like overly much. It's obviously more viscous than water, right? So there is a little bit of
Right.
like a film that is left behind if you like maneuver, like tip it a little bit and then move it back. It kind of like clings a little bit to the surface, but relatively quickly, like in a matter of like 10-15 seconds, it's mostly like cleared off of where it had previously been, right? So it's not like a super sticky or like tar-like substance that really like clings to the surface that it's touching. Or if it is, then the inside of that jar is so smooth or like hydrophobic or whatever the appropriate terminology would be, that it's causing it to slip off. It's one or the other. When you do finally open it and you take a whiff, okay, so this is not that was your downtime roll. This is not going to be your
like
downtime
that.
roll. This is going to be I don't think you necessarily have this. So just roll me an intuition.
Is that a power roll or?
Yeah, intuition power roll. So if you click on your intuition, yeah, there you go. So that's gonna be a
So I was plus two.
2. Yeah.
2. Yeah.
So 13. It smells strongly, right? When you uncork it immediately, you just get kind of like a face full of something, and it's not bitter, but it kind of stings your nostrils a little bit initially. Not overly much. It's not and your initial reaction might be like slightly sulfuric, but it's not overly strong. After a moment, you begin to taste, like, have the reactive, like, taste of copper in your mouth.
Okay.
Chug,
Hmm.
chug, chug.
Yeah. Definitely not with it burning my nostrils. I definitely don't want to taste it.
As you're kind of like doing this, right? Like you're having these thoughts. You see the black substance, which you had previously kind of tested against the glass to see how viscous it was, right? You see it starts to actively creep up the side of the glass towards the exit of the bottle, of the jar.
I hurry up and close it.
Okay. You cork that bad boy right back.
And I'm staring at it like, what the heck is going on with this? What?
Calm down and get
S-
your
Freaking
Eldritch
black
Horror in a
ooze
bottle.
onto the shit.
Yeah. I
hey.
quickly put it back in my case and go back to researching the island.
We'll say so. I'm gonna give you a +2 on your downtime activity roll for that. So that's gonna be a
Okay.
13 currently out of question mark. Because this is an unknown. How many points you will need to get to really discover what the fuck is going on with this thing. And we can say, right, like maybe you like take it out and look at it here or there, or like jot down ideas or notes or potential like experiments. So that's more other stuff that you're doing for the downtime participation. For the other thing, roll me a roll me, let's say, history. There's a couple of different variants that this could be, but we'll just go with history. That feels like it works fine. So that's
Okay.
gonna be, what is that?
Is it-
Reason, I believe, or I think it's reason or intuition. I'm not sure. I think it lists as both.
Hey.
That's pretty good.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
What type of information are you actively like trying to garner here? Because you got
I'm
a
really
bit
just-
of knowledge from Meredith when she kind of like gave you her scatterbrained spiel, and then you have the notes that you're going over that you got from the library at the Naval
Right.
Administration building. So what are you actively trying to like discover?
I'm just trying to get us a lead for when we land, a direction other than just go to this, village or whatever, and see if there's anything we can guide us more than what we already have.
Yeah. So I think what you're likely to find in the information that has been provided to you is probably less of a lead and more of a process of elimination, right?
Okay.
Because your goal, the mission that you've been given, right, is to go to this place because a naval patrol vessel, the Trapper, was supposedly, right, fired upon while entering the fjord or sound, or I'm not entirely sure geographically what this counts as, but into the area. And so there was this conflict there, right, between Miriam, the consul, and between the vice admiral. The vice admiral giving off this impression of him not really believing that this event had happened, that maybe the sailors aboard that vessel were making a fib or embellishing or some shit like that, right? Whereas Miriam was taking it as a more realistic potential threat, etc., etc. So what your mission is, what you're looking for, is extremely unlikely to be in the notes that you've been provided, but by perusing the notes, you're able, through process of elimination of the information you're reviewing, to be able to be like, well, it's not going to be this or this or this or this. So you can very easily, cross out the idea of it shouldn't be any monsters in the area. There are monsters in the area. There's wildlife, there's local flora and fauna that are threatening. Aqua Sierra is one of the more dangerous islands in Little Ix. There's a lot of really you got that information from Miriam, I think, last time as well, that there's a lot of bigger wildlife like wyverns and deadly beasties,
Right.
that type of thing. But none of those, short of like a dragon showing up, would have fueled the tale of, oh, we've been fired upon. And if a dragon had showed up and like breathed fire at the vessel, it would have been really weird for them to be like, yeah, someone shot at us as their version of the story, right? So, like, you can pretty easily and safely cross out the concept that this is monster related, right? Also, you can cross out, like, any sort of potential geological or geographical explanation, right? There's nothing in the area that could have caused like a misunderstanding of the vessel entering into the sound, and then like maybe they heard like an avalanche or something like that, and they thought they were being fired upon. That there's maybe some potentiality there, but anything like that would have caused so much of a like significant scene that again it would have been incredibly difficult to misinterpret that, right? So that doesn't seem like it would be a path there. And so you're kind of like going down through these notes about the area, which are relatively sparse, and really you're just eliminating all of these potential options, which kind of only leaves the remaining concept of it had to be some people doing something, right?
Right.
And there's no prior information about this settlement, about Behekata, which again, the information that you got from Miriam isn't really like one specific like township. It's just a local area with a bunch of like individual homesteads, a bunch of adventurers and like just settlers and things like that that are all out in this area living on their own.
Right.
There's nothing in those notes that would indicate to you that there is any explanation other than some people did something to cause this naval patrol vessel to believe they were being fired upon. Or the other explanation is that the vice admiral's right and it's a hoax, right? That they lied, or that this is a setup or something like that, right?
Oh no.
Okay.
You were attacked.
No, I did that. I did that myself. I picked him up. I attacked him. So I think basically what I think I'm saying on getting a tier 3 result there, I think Indy is able to pretty surely like deduce that either there are some people there making trouble, or this is all a lie / setup, one or the other.
Okay. Wouldn't be unusual with what we're thinking is going on with the other stuff.
Okay. And so that's basically what the four of you get up to in the meantime. I say that kind of like leaning into the scenario. Obviously, you all have, you all work aboard the vessel during the day and a half travel from Pouso towards Beheketa. Your crewmates doing the majority of the actual heavy lifting of running the ship. But you also have these two new bodies aboard, Blackbird and Aurelia, who have been aboard the Scorpion before in your journey from Amastra over to Pouso. And so they know their way around the ship, but it is starting to get to the point, like this ship is designed for a very small crew. So it's a little more packed, right? Just adding two bodies. It's not like the 20 bodies or so when you were sailing down the Puntano, but it's very noticeable in just a day and a half. Like, oh, this is a pretty small boat. I say pretty small. It's a big boat. There's lots of space, but there's not a lot of like because each of you have your own like individual living quarters, and it's not like a normal ship setup where it's just like, oh, here's the hold where 30 people sleep in a bunch of stacked fucking God,
Hammock?
what's the hammocks, right? Type scenario. It's moving about is tighter, and there's not just like this guaranteed space where everyone's just sleeping type scenario. Anyways, anything else that you all want to do before we actually flip over to arriving at Beheketa? Any interactions or questions or anything like that?
I kind of wanted to ask what's her face what she was running from.
Go
Now that
for
we
it.
made it to the ship.
Oh, she'll tell you straight out. Well, actually, what do you think she was running from?
I mean, okay, so let me look at my notes. Because it seemed like she was looking for somebody. I didn't write anything down.
You
But
didn't write
it
anything
was
down.
like she was.
So-
No, I didn't write anything down. So I thought she was like looking for somebody, or she thought she was gonna get a job or something, and then it fell through.
When you originally delivered her, she kind of had this mindset of, oh well, there's nothing left for me back in Parada, back on Amastra, right? And I'm looking for opportunities. And so when you brought her to Pozo, she kind of left with that kind of like, oh, I know some people in town. I'm looking for some stuff to do. I'm gonna go see if I can get a handle on. But then when you tracked her down, she was basically at a tavern getting drunk. And then when you left, you were followed by an angry woman who seemed to want something from Aurelia. And
I was like,
I
"What's
think that's
with that?"
the
And she
question.
screamed something at me like, "I think she owes me something," and just like kept running.
Yeah. She is not an especially coy person. She will tell you straight up that was a prostitute. That she spent the evening with that prostitute, had spent the morning with that prostitute. Had paid her, but had also stolen from her. And that's probably why she was trying to chase her down. So she'll straight up tell you that she stole from her.
Okay, sounds good.
You're just like, oh, okay, fine.
I will say,
Well, that's not something that's like gonna come back and like threaten the entire boat. So I'm
Sure.
kind of like okay with that. So
I keep looking at her token, and I know that it's like she's like, throwing coins between her hands, but it looks like Aang doing his stupid little metal ball trick. He's like,
Sure, yeah. I always look at it and I'm like, is she got wings? But no, it's just like misty smoke stuff behind her. So, anyways. Alright, cool. Yuvik, what are you doing? Oh, actually, while you're doing your like crew training session, there is a moment
Sure.
between you and Chella as she kind of seems to be getting distracted, and the question is do you call her out on her being distracted or not? Do you like let it slide?
Yeah, sure. I'll see, like, that or like head's not in the game or whatever. I'm like, hey, it's everything okay? Seem a little distant.
She's a little shy about it, but after a moment, she'll basically like step up to you, and she like puts her hand out and puts her hand through the side of your like tunic or whatever like upper thing you're wearing, your coat, through your clothing and out the back, and you realize you're just kind of covered in holes.
Why you got so many holes?
I got hit a bunch in the last fight, like a bunch. So I'm like, oh shit. Well, 2 of those are from my actual arms, but there might be some extras.
And she's like, it's really distracting. Can I fix it?
Yeah, sure. Is it just my cloak? Is it just my jacket?
I think that's up to you. How damaged? Because like, how do you think the number of fights that you all have been through? You kind of been the front line, like taking hits kind of guy for a bit. How fucked up do you think your clothes are?
I don't know. I would like to think that, maybe the jacket has, buckles and buttons and like maybe has almost like a studded situation.
Sure.
So maybe not a whole lot of damage, but like I can just like slip out of it and like, I mean, if you're willing.
Is it just the jacket, or do you think like any of your normal clothing underneath has gotten damaged as well?
I mean, it's possible.
I'm saying it's up to you. You get to decide how damaged you think your clothing is. Right now.
I have undergarment damage.
You have undergarment damage. Chella like bashfully like is okay. Go to your room and change your clothes, and then like give me these, and I'll sew them up. I'll patch them.
I appreciate that. So I'll go below deck. I'll find my belongings, and I'll find like a tank top or something that's just kind of like hanging out, and I'll get out of the jacket.
My attempt to get Yuvik into like the ruffled white like Renaissance shirt from like the covers of like smut novels. Damn, he's like, nah, I go throw on a tank top.
Yeah, like it was a t-shirt at one point, but the sleeves.
He's got this pirate ass jacket, but when he changes clothes, it's just like a normal modern day tank top.
I mean, I don't know.
I love it. No, that's fine. That's good. So yeah, like you this is just like a very random like moment, but you get to see like this instance where Chella is kind of like really displaying her background. She comes from a family of tailors. That's what she thought she was going to be doing when she joined the Navy for money, right? Is she thought she was going to be repairing like sails and shit like that, right? And then they needed bodies, and they were like, put her on her boat. And
yeah,
so
imagine joining to be a tailor, and then now you're sailing on a ship and fighting lizard people.
Well, she's not fighting lizard people. She notably is like, nope. But like you have this like interaction with her, and you kind of see her in her element, right? And in a very short amount of time, a couple hours, she brings your jacket, your clothes back to you, all patched up, neatly sewn, and you have difficulty noticing where the holes were prior. Actually, roll me a power roll. It's gonna be combined check. 8. You okay? Yeah, no, I don't think it would make sense to do it later. I think it's just a funny moment. As you put everything back on, you get suited back up, right? What do you do immediately after that? Like, do you go back to like training some of the crew, or
for her help?
Oh well, sure.
I feel like I like the fact that I can barely see a seam at all where it was damaged. Be like, this is amazing work. Thank you.
Like, sure, just, you know, from now on, try to not let it get so bad, and if something happens, then just tell me.
I can do that, but I can't promise that I won't absolutely just get eviscerated,
Just get eviscerated
in the very next fight.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you do after that?
I mean, I would finish like whatever like training things that we're doing. Let's just say it was like rigging training.
While you're in the process of that, you go to put your arms back through your lower set, back through the holes that are normally there, and they are not there.
Oh, she didn't make them for your race.
That's okay.
They are a few inches, it takes you a second, they are a few inches lower and actually in a more comfortable position than they were previously. And while exploring around, you realize she has made you another 2 sets of holes in other positions to be able to sneak your arms out at different angles.
Bro, I could just like pseudopod my arms around.
Now, obviously, your arms are still like your arms are still like
No.
normal human arms, so you can't bend them in weird ways. But previously, you had like one set of holes that were like they go through here, and now you have a set of holes that's they go through here, or they can go through here, or they can go through like at a weird angle, right? So for like sneaky purposes.
Yeah.
I feel like your shirt's gonna be very drafty now.
Probably.
That's
the
Velcro's
undershirt's for, though.
That's what the Velcro is for. Totally.
The Velcro. It's hook and loop.
Oh yeah.
Don't wanna get sued.
Sorry.
Gotcha. All right. Anyways, anything else, or do we arrive at our destination? I take that as we arrive at our destination. So what I'm gonna do now is give us a little reference of Indy through your notes, through your so this is not the cartoonish map that Meredith drew you. This is not the map that would have been sketched by cartographers that was in the documentation that was given you. This is going to be the map that Indy is basically like mentally or verbally presenting to the party with these other aids, right? So it's a combination of different details. But this is what Indy can basically show / describe to the party about your destination. So yeah. So you have this the out to the west and south being out into the open ocean. But you have basically this disparate community of a bunch of different settlements. Notably, from the information that you received, Indy, the last time the place was mapped, there was a big farmstead to the south, right? There is a wood cutting operation up to the northwest. And also notably, there is a big market area on the north side of the sound where people gather for the trade of goods and stuff like that.
Okay.
So this is kind of the area that y'all are working with, and it continues eastward further, but that's kind of outside of the scope of play currently.
Okay.
So yeah.
The attack, did they report from where they would be the victims of the attack?
All that you got very little information on it, but they said the information that you got was when they were entering, so it would have just been in this area. They said when they were entering the sound, they were fired upon, and they turned around and got the fuck out of there.
All right, I'm
Where
gonna
to put
say
cannons. I put 'em up in the
get
mountain.
somebody in the crow's nest. Everybody on deck. Pick a side. Starboard or port doesn't matter, and keep an eye out as we enter. As we go inland.
And for the record, right? This space, each of these squares is probably like a quarter of a mile. Right?
Oh,
So
all right.
so this is not like a small little bitty like 100-foot channel that you would be sailing into. It's a decent
nearly
sized
half
space.
a mile wide.
Yeah, it's almost half a mile wide. Right? Like the amount of land in this map is actually pretty decently sized, right?
Okay.
So now we go back to where we left off at the prior session of it's because of when you left and how long it takes to get here. It's probably like maybe like 3 to 4 in the morning, right? So it's still dark out. You could wait, right, for it to be daylight if you wanted to. And it's also a question of how do you want to go about doing this? Do you want to like anchor the boat somewhere and try to like make your way stealthily in to see what's going on, or do you just want to sail the Scorpion into the Sound? Or if you have a different idea.
We could just land around here or something like that, and then walk towards
we got a little
channel.
representation of the Scorpion, so we can park her wherever y'all want.
Boat to move.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got a boat.
So we could walk and scout the channel before we drive the boat into it.
Yeah, I mean that's possible.
I assume if there's cannons, they're over here.
I say we do both. We have a big party and an overloaded ship. Maybe we have a party on land and some of us take the boat in slow.
Split the party.
You never split the party.
Always split. The
I
party.
don't know.
We got a bunch of different options. Y'all discuss. I'm gonna go look at the snack that Mappa got me.
With the range and whatnot, like even walking, it only take like 20 minutes to, walk from here to the edge of the.
Isn't that what we decided to do last time? I feel like we
No,
approached...
last time I feel like we
were bouncing.
didn't agree.
I don't remember.
Yeah, we were bouncing between just sailing straight in or
because we
Parking.
agreed that this is a really small community and
I thought
walking
we
up would
walked
be
up and we were
super
like-
weird.
yeah.
Okay.
Because they would notice us more if we just walked up without a boat than if we just sailed in.
alright, if we're trying to fight ne'er-do-wells and we just come rolling in like with navy markings, they're
We
probably
have
gonna
a
just
really
like,
great
bow.
excuse of sailing in with Indiana Stones here, mapping the area. Right? Like
Yeah, Are we
he's a
flagged as a naval
mapper.
vessel?
I don't know what we are. We were saying that we could like put flags up. We could also just not.
I mean, if we're not
I
flagged,
don't know if the Scorpion has any markings on it that define it as a navy vessel. Just like if it's like in his service Scorpion or whatever.
Most naval vessels of your size, right? Like the Scorpion is a smaller vessel. It's not a carrack, it's not a galleon, right? It's not. The only thing probably clearly marking the Scorpion would be what colors you decide to display.
And the other piece of it was that they didn't actually give us like a big enough ship to deal with the problem. Right? Like we're little. So it would be very, very strange. I don't know. I was of the opinion they're sending us on like a suicide mission if we did fly our.
I don't think they're trying to kill us.
It
I mean, if
feels
we
At
just
least
don't
weird.
not
fly.
yet.
And what's her face? The other gal, is it Blackbird? That was like, why? Like, did they give you anybody? Did they give you an escort? And we were like, no.
Yeah, when
And
when you
she
when
paused. She was like, why?
when Yuvik recruited her, Blackbird was like, okay, so like, what's our escort? What's our retinue? Right? Like, how many?
Right.
We're supposedly going after people who fired upon a naval vessel. Y'all don't have any fucking thing. Y'all don't have any cannons. Y'all don't have anything to fire back with.
Right.
Right. So we're just kind of like going into this a little tiny little boat. Granted, we're heroes, but we're not treated that way. And
I mean,
like they know that like it's kind of like a tight timeline. And they've put this on us that if we don't come back, we're deserters. Like, this is really weird to me. The whole thing's suspicious.
I mean, last time Jeremy did say that there are other settlements in the area that we could be walking from if we wanted to walk in on foot.
Yeah, there's locations. This is one of the west sides and the east sides of Aqua Sierra are really the only habitable locations
Right.
for settlers, colonialists, that type of thing. So there are other places aside from just the Behekata location where there are like smaller settlements. So it's possible that that you all could be coming from one of those places. I would also say from your notes, your research, Indy, Behekata is kind of like one of these places where people come to from, like, adventurers will arrive here with the intent of going further inland, right? Or like
Right.
going out on little like trips or things like that. So for people to just show up is not incredibly strange by boat or by foot. Now you might still get weird looks because people are suspicious, but it's not an unheard of or strange thing for people to just show up.
Right. I mean, with the scale of the map, I think we're okay if we wanted to park before we enter the channel and scout it out. I mean, 20-minute walking, 7-minute, depending on we're all healthy, fit people. So, 6-7 minute run back if we need to run back to the ship.
Bansii's dead. What are you talking about, healthy?
I'm
but-
prime in my dead age.
Sure.
Higgins threw his back out cooking on the ship.
That's terrible. That no one's gonna be able to move you.
No, I'm good with
They are
traveling.
welcome to
over. It's
try.
fine. I mean, if we're concerned about the boat going up, then let's just go and land, see what's going on, and we can come back with the boat.
Wait, is that what we're concerned about?
we can at
That's
least,
why we're
scout out the
going by
channel.
land.
Yeah, we can at least come in and scout out the channel, and then if we don't see anything that would say, hey, there's a cannon going to shoot us as soon as we enter the channel, then we can bring it in. Because, I mean, the range of the cannon is going to be, this tightest area right here is going to be where the cannon's mostly going to fire. Because over here, we're going to be out of range if it's on the mountains, and vice versa if it's on the shore, the opposite shore, so. It's
Going
not like we're
once?
having to deal with howitzers or...
Howitzers. Yes. Ooh, fucking. There's just artillery in their mountains. Yeah. I mean, it's an agreement from the general group or general. Like, is that what y'all want to do? Going once?
I think
Okay.
I'm the only
Sure.
one that's kind of jumpy about
Oh.
the
I
going
don't-
by
I-
land plan. So I'm
Sure.
okay with it. If we're going by land, I'm good with that.
Second
Yeah,
question.
I think we're going by land.
So you're gonna do a scouting mission. Is it just the four of you? Or are you bringing your retainers? Are you leaving your retainers to protect the boat? What's the idea? Or are you
He's
sending your
pretty cool to
retainers to do
land
the scouting
fighting.
mission and y'all are with the boat?
I feel like it'd be a pretty big group of people rolling up to town if we bring a buddy.
Right.
Yeah, but like we were told this would be a fight.
Okay, bring them with them. Let's roll up. All right, then what? Yeah. Never mind.
See, that's why I'm going back and forth, man. Like, I don't know.
I think we are overthinking this by a million times.
I mean, it is probably the truth. Like, if we're just gonna go scout, come back to the boat, and then take the boat into the town, I'm good with that. If we're actually going into the town, what's our plan? Are we scouting to see if there's cannons and then coming back to the boat and then taking the boat in? Or are we going into the town announcing ourselves and trying to figure out what's what right now?
I was just thinking scouting, and then as long as it's clear of cannons, then we go bring the boat in.
Yeah, let's do that.
But
So scouting mission, we're just going to check for cannons, we're coming back to the boat, and then we're taking everybody in. So it's just the four of us.
Sounds good.
Fantastic.
Make it happen.
You guys anchor the Scorpion. You explain the kind of like plan to the crew. The four of you disembark and land and have to trudge through the dark, like piney hills of this area. And you make it to kind of like a little overlook place where you can get a better view of what's going on. It's nighttime, so you don't see a lot of activity, right? Although at this point, by the time you've anchored the vessel, disembarked, and are, trudging a mile and a half right towards your destination, it's probably getting closer to dawn. But not quite there yet. It's kind of like that, light is slowly building on the horizon type situation. So you don't see a lot of activity, but you do see something incredibly important because you made the decision to do this instead. So you're previously you will remember I put y'all on I'm dying.
You're dying.
I put y'all on this map just to kind of give you a
He needs some
feel
milk.
for what the kind of like environment is type scenario, right? Almost kind of like this Scandinavian-esque like fjord type situation, okay? So this is what I had put y'all on previously. I wish I had this in a nighttime variant. Unfortunately, I do not have this in a nighttime variant, but this is going to be the version that I put you on now because it's going to display something that is very important and not on Indy's maps.
It's a dragon.
Birds.
is that a fortress
What
in the
is
middle
it?
of
Is that a
the
Is
Is
that
that
fortress
a
in the
fortress
middle?
that wasn't there?
There is a fortification as you kind of like come out of the tree line on this like hillside, and you can see there's this settlement down below you that you had marked on your map. That island towards the like entrance of the Sound, Indy, that you had on your map
Yeah.
prior was just a rocky outcropping, completely abandoned, nothing there, right? You see in the process of being built is some sort of fortification on that outcropping.
Sneaky.
And it
That's where the
it
cannons are
overlooks the
coming
direct
from.
entrance of the sound. So if there are cannons at that thing, absolutely they can fire upon any vessel entering into the sound.
How the hell did the ship not see the friggin' fortress?
Right. Do we remember how old the report was?
How what?
How old the report was? Like relatively recent, I assume. Like,
Presumably within the last couple days. I mean, it
Right.
took you a day and a half to get here, and it seemed like an urgent enough matter that the consul tried to do something about it swiftly, and presumably anybody who was here would have taken a day and a half to get to Pauso, so you're looking at 3 days plus maybe a day or two for administration to happen.
yeah.
Handful of days.
I'm thinking more of our modern building. They have magic, is what I'm saying. So I guess it could be possible to build it quicker.
Or maybe
Now, I will say this representation, this shows like a fully like finished fortification. That is not what you all actually see. Like it's like half built. Like some of the walls are more in place than others are, but there's clearly like it's still clearly in the process of being built,
it is
right?
mid-construction.
Mid-construction.
Okay.
But even then, a fortification just by like manpower could take months or years depending on the size of the force working on it, right? And depending on the size of the fortress. Now it's not like massive. It's not like a huge castle or anything like that, but it's a decent size. If we flip back to that the previous map, it's a quarter mile in length, and that fortification is dominating the majority of the southern portion of it. Actually, I was prepared. Boom.
He was
That's
Hey,
that's
look at
added to your
there.
map.
Yay!
Yay!
and there was much rejoicing.
Yay!
I looked at others like this changes a lot. What do we want to do? Like, do we want to continue on foot and figure out more
I
information?
don't think sailing the ships isn't an option with that fortress just sitting there.
Agreed. And we now
Gonna-
understand the cannons is not a ship that has the cannons.
I'm gonna infiltrate the fortress.
Just
What were
teleport
okay?
over.
Wait. What were our orders exactly?
Your orders.
Get rid of cannons. If there
Your
are.
orders were to investigate the situation, find out whether or not there's truth to the report, right? That the trapper was fired upon. If there are hostiles, right, and you can resolve it. If you can't, report back.
I mean,
Well,
so that means that they could be not hostile, but we just
I
have
mean,
a little bitty boat.
yeah, there's no guarantee that there is a cannon on that, but it'd be weird to build a fortification there without a cannon. I mean,
Yeah,
I think
it
our best
would.
bet would be to, get into this village and ask the people there what they, any information.
Do some
If we need to-
schmoozing.
Yeah, if we need to run, at least it's, a mile back to the ship. And we can just hopefully dip out without any damage.
Well, we could also maybe find a way to the fortress from the village. I assume they send supplies and such to it.
Yeah,
Maybe
rowboats
we
or
could
whatever.
sneak on one of those.
You can
Yeah.
see there's the so again, right, like I'd say you all are basically like up here ish,
Right.
right? Like in this kind of area, like looking down. You can see down into this little village. When we say it's a village, it's really not a village. It's more like a homestead. There's maybe like 2 families that live here at most.
Right.
But even then, you can see they have a little like pier jutting out from their little settlement. And there's a, let's say, modest sized like vessel docked there, right? Like probably fit 6 people or so. Probably used for fishing, but also probably used to just traverse around the sound.
Mhm. Now, do I know of any towns that are to the west or north of here that we could possibly say we're traveling from?
Sure.
So,
Say
think that
from
would
the
be our
maps
best
that
bet.
you had, absolutely. You could probably just like pick a place and be like, oh hey, we're coming down from so and so.
What sort of people are from that town? I need to know my character. Who am I?
Well, from the researchers, mostly just adventurers, and then some homesteaders that are trying to get away from, more government style. They're, what is it?
Outlaws. Got it.
Not necessarily
Outlaws.
outlaws. Freemen. No government to tell them what to do or whatnot. But
Sovereign citizens. Got it.
yes,
No,
that's the word I was looking for.
no.
But yeah, so most it's adventurers and sovereign citizens essentially is what the research showed. So I don't know. I'm not great with
Okay.
people, but you want me to research, I can do that. But I don't know who's the best to talk up the people.
I mean, we could probably approach that when we get there.
Do we want to go back and get our peeps? Like, just to go in with more people if this turns into a fight?
I'll let you guys decide.
Ooh,
There
Bansii
are
also has
benefits to going in as a small party. There's benefits to going in as a big party. We don't have
I
enough
think that-
information to make that choice logically at this point.
Yeah. There's
maybe
pros to
it-
either way, but there's also cons. Taking your retainers away from the boat leaves the boat unguarded.
yeah.
Yep.
We could
Which
also,
might be
Bansii
worth
said-
it in the right situation.
Yeah. Bansii was also gave up the idea of saying you're all escorting me to explore the region, so that could be our cover there.
Yeah, I like that
What is-
story. It's a good one because you've done it before. You're a very smart person.
Well, at the very least, we can go back to inform our other people on the ship of what we've seen, so that way, if we don't return, at the very least, they can bring the news.
Yeah, and they'll need orders for if we are going to be there longer, trying to get into the fortress. So
They
let's
also
head
give us
back,
time for
give
the
them.
light to show up.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll head back, let them know the plan, and then we'll just go the 4 of us.
Yeah, easy peasy. You all trudge back, row back over to the Scorpion, climb aboard, explain things to the crew. And your orders are for them to stay here, wait for you for how long?
Few days? I don't know.
Well,
we gotta be back.
you've got like a day and a half to do things here before you
Yeah, when are
have
we
to
considered-
leave,
yeah.
or else you're not back before they're like, oh, you're deserters. Now, obviously, there's not like a if you roll, it's not like college. If you roll in at 8:03, you're late. Deserters, right? Type situation. But the indication was that if you fuck around, then they're just gonna assume that you left.
Sounds like that decision has been made for us then. within a day.
Ambrosio is kind of like, oh, captains. Well, what about a signal? Like 3 blasts of the horn and we come charging in.
Not a bad idea.
Robert puts a hand.
Away.
Robert puts a hand on Ambrosio's shoulder, and then kind of like pulls him back a little bit, and just pats his shoulder a little bit, like just gives him like the slight shake of the head. Ambrosio wants to do something.
And none of us have magic.
He's just
fireballs or
excited to
anything.
be here.
He didn't want to guard the boat. Okay. Easy enough. The crew says okay. They set about doing their work. You disembark. Start to head back through the forest, back the way you came. And by this time, right, like the back and forth, the discussions and the, relaying information, dawn has broken, and you can actually see out onto the sound, and immediately you see there's a lot of activity in this place. This place was described to you as isolated, disparate communities, like individual homesteads and stuff like that. You look out on the sound, and there's probably 15 to 20 small vessels. Nothing as big as yours, right? But 15 to 20 small vessels kind of like going back and forth from this fortification, or in progress fortification, to various different like spots on the map, right? There is a lot of activity, and you can see and kind of like hear distantly over the waters. You can hear the sound of banging, right? Like construction actively in operation on this fortification. And you see a vessel approaching the settlement that is below you. Probably roughly like equivalent to like a longship, right? So not massive, not a huge vessel, but much bigger than like the rowboats that are being sported around here for the most part. Mm-hmm. And there's probably a dozen or so individuals on this vessel. Can't really make them out because of the distance, but they're heading this way. And you see signs of activity in the little homestead down below you as well, right? Like people rising with the dawn and coming out and starting to do daily chores and things like that. What do you want to do?
I'd say we just walk on in. We're kind of distinguishable, right?
You're extremely distinguishable.
Yeah, are we spotted? I mean,
down.
are we still in the...
No, as long as you're in the tree line, you're fine. No one's gonna see you, probably. But, like, if you start heading somewhere, then, yeah, you're gonna be... You can see, probably another thing of note, right? Like, this northern area is pretty thickly forested, but there's been work done to cut back trees from the majority of the shoreline of the area, right? So probably much of that lumber has been used for the buildings around all the settlements. But even then, like, there's a lot of like wood cutting that has been done to like push back the edge of the forest a little bit. So yeah, if you decide you're gonna head in, you're probably gonna get spotted immediately.
I mean, act like we belong. We're exploring this little island. We're from the western town and whatnot. The more nervous we look, the more...
What's the western town called?
Sketchy we look.
So?
No,
You
no,
start
no.
getting
question.
here.
Indiana's like y'all's cover. He's saying that y'all have come down.
Oh.
Like the general premise, and correct me if I'm wrong, right? Is that Indiana is a cartographer, and you're basically like his escort, right? Like his guards that he's hired,
Right.
type situation. But y'all are coming from another nearby settlement and kind of like mapping as you go, type situation. And my question to Mark was, hey, do you want to name that settlement?
Oh, gotcha.
See, this town's Beheketa. I can't think of a name.
That's okay. I put you on the spot.
Manaketa.
Manaketa.
Terraketa.
Manicotti.
Anamonopia.
Un momento. Let's see. It is Mendaba.
That was so close.
It was pretty close. It was pretty close.
Great. I'm just saying.
Mandava.
Okay. You start walking out of the tree line, and yeah, I mean, in a few, it's gonna take you right, like, because you're not dashing out of the tree line, you're
Right.
not like charging the settlement, so you're like walking down from the tree line towards this this little homestead, boat approaching at the same time, and you realize that you're probably gonna get there at roughly the same-ish time as this vessel. But you can see from kind of like your vantage point the people. There's probably about 4 or 5 of them at this homestead. They are they look out over the sound and over the waters and are very aware that this vessel is incoming. And there's a little bit of like a hustle and bustle, like that suddenly picks up amongst these individuals. Like they start moving faster in this little like walled environment.
No.
And then while that is
You're gonna start
happening,
shooting at that vessel.
after things as this is happening, after y'all walk a little ways, someone down in this village will notice you. Someone in the homestead will see you and kind of like point you out. And then there's like a little bit of like it's almost like an air of like concern or panic before they saw you, and now that they've seen you, there's like confusion and a little bit of concern. So there's 2 disparate forces like bearing down on this homestead as this all like turns out. Work. Yeah, we'll use this. Technically a sunset situation, but we'll use it for dawn. That's close enough. You get closer, and from the trees and like the hills and everything like that, you get closer and you start to hear the buying of sheep. This whole thing.
Have you guys seen that new Sheep Detectives movie on Prime? Shit, I don't remember what it's called.
I have not.
No, I thought
It's-
that was in character at first.
Absolute no, it is absolutely hilarious. Hold on.
It's with what's his name? Wolverine.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd like
Wolverine.
it. It was very good.
I watched the first part of it, then I was like, I couldn't get into it.
It gets better.
That's what I've heard. I should give it another chance.
I'm not familiar, but I'll have to take a look.
It's a murder mystery.
Ah, fuck.
I do like murder mysteries.
So do we just want to approach him, like hail the township, village, homestead?
I assume. Sorry, I haven't said anything. I'm fiddling with tokens in there, giving
you're
me
fine.
difficulty. No! Alright, well, we'll deal with
I'll
it.
really freak him out and ask if there's any children in this homestead.
It's okay. I've got a.
And I'll
I've
say
got
that
a
with the
fix for
deadest
this.
of eyes that I have. My dead Bansii eyes. Are there any children here?
Are there?
You have any children?
That's
oh
right.
God. We'll just use a mix of old token, and I will use our imagination.
Imagination.
Imagination. Okay. Yeah, so y'all start to approach this like little homestead, couple small buildings, little pier. You see there's a pen of sheep, right? A couple of like, trees cleared back from the area. And there's activity down there. You saw they started their day, and then they seemed to notice that the vessel was coming, and they started to get a little panicked about that, or moving faster in response to that. And then someone notices you're coming, and they point that out, and now there is a guy kind of like warily approaching you, while others are more focused on what's going on to the south. So yeah, this man, ignore the tokens. Tokens are just stand-ins. This man, kind of a thicker, burlier man, kind of like long handlebar mustache, kind of ruddy, reddish hair, right? Really long, kind of unkempt, has this out in the wilderness kind of homestead vibe about him. Very bundled up. It gets pretty cold here, especially in the evenings. Kind of like comes to the gate and hails you. And he seems nervous, little worried. But I mean, he nevertheless, hail travelers, it's your business.
Food, water.
Are you sick? And you see he kind of like
No.
steps back, and he puts like a hand on what looks to be like a way to like close the gate.
No, we got lost. Just looking for some rest.
Lost? Where are you coming from?
Andy, what was that place called again?
I'm Amanda.
Mandaba.
I'm Amanda.
I'm Amanda. No,
Amanda.
you know what? No. It's I'm Amanda now. I'm Amanda.
Put an H in there.
I'm Amanda.
I'm Amanda.
Thank you.
There we go. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Wow,
yeah.
that's exactly where I thought we would be.
And where do you think you are?
We're traveling from. I'm Amanda,
Hedda?
and we're traveling towards Beheketa.
Yeah, you found it. He kind of like looks
This
back
is-
over his shoulder and he says, "Look, now's not the greatest time." And he kind of like he sees something, and what you can see now is a little distorted, right? Because you're now more level. You've kind of come down from the slopes, so now that there's walls and buildings in the way, you don't have as clear a shot of seeing what's going on inside or at the docks. But he looks back over his shoulder, and it seems like he is worried / sees something that concerns him. So he kind of like stops and is distracted for a moment.
Is everything all right in there? Do you need assistance?
Yeah, so he's slow to respond, and you ask, "Do you need assistance?" And he kind of like looks back, and everything's fine. No, nothing to worry about here. No assistance required. But like he says it, and he looks pale, and his voice is shaky.
I mean, we can help.
Look, we just want somewhere to rest for a little bit.
You hear a scream from inside the homestead. And he's turned, or he's no longer even looking at you. He full turns away from you, and like is frozen for a moment, and then starts to run away.
Okay, well, gonna start running too.
We pursue Lubu.
Pursue Lubu. Walk y'all's asses up to that gate entrance.
Okay. My ass is walk.
And so
Going
now
last.
now y'all kind of be able to see what's going on. I will describe to you, and then I will show you. You kind of run up, right? Like he is run, like backed away from the gate, clearly like going towards whatever's happening inside the homestead, to the south of it, right? So you run up to this gate entrance. You now have a better view of what's actually happening. You see him run towards the center. There's a couple off on the side, kind of like sheltering one another. And you see a man on the ground near the docks, kind of like flinching, like holding himself, and kind of like it looks like he may be injured. And there's a woman standing over him, kind of like interposing herself between him and another figure. This figure is probably 7.5 feet tall, maybe 8 feet tall. They are muscular, but in an odd way. Their arms are crossed over their chest, like big, kind of like bulgy arms are crossed over their chest. They have this like overly large head, helmeted. Their lower set of arms are holding a mace and some other like sort of weapon. So 4 arms.
Okay.
Tan-skinned, dressed in like leathers and patchy like
His hands
pieces.
are skinned.
Tan-skinned.
Oh, okay.
Tan-skinned.
I heard a hands skinned.
The hands skinned. Fully played. No, tan-skinned, indicating
slab.
Indicating that he is not of the same race or species or ancestry that Uvik might be from, right? Is dressed in leathers and like various like scraps of armor, like a piece of a pauldron here, like a sheet like parsh out of his torso covered in like chainmail, but not the entire part, right? Kind of like an amalgam. And very noticeably, he and the people arrayed behind him, who are not nearly as large as he, but share kind of like a similar dress and demeanor, and also this distinct feature that I'm about to describe to you. You see his face stitched down part of the way and over to the side. You see a seam down from lip to chin, across his neck. You see on those arms, right? Those bulging arms, which he is not dressed as if he cares about the cold weather. His arms are on display, flesh on display. The bulges in his muscle, as you study him, are noticeably different because this portion is stitched, and then this section is a different stitching, a different color of flesh, a different body.
It's Frankenstein's monster, so he was
Freaking
put together.
grafted together.
This is
And this
not all of them. All of them look like this. And this is not a roll required. This is maybe not common knowledge to everyone in Orden, but this is common knowledge to anyone with any amount of understanding of what's happening in the world, right? So that would qualify for all four of you, because none of you have been completely living under a rock. All of you have either been out and about or living in capital or what have you, right? So like this would be common knowledge to you. Even though you have potentially never seen these individuals, Yuvik maybe, Indy maybe in his travels, who knows? That I leave that up to you. But what you're looking at right now is called a war dog. They are an incredibly distinct group of people. They are the foot soldiers, the commandos, the cannon fodder of Ajax the Invincible.
I'm sorry, wow, that's a
Ajax
hell of a
the
name to
Invincible?
drop, my guy.
So it has I obviously, Mark, I apologize. We're lore dumping. To my other players, it has been a solid 19 sessions of play so far, and we've been noodling around in little icks. But I will remind you, the very beginning of this game, I gave this long spiel of like what's happening in the world, right? Of the wars across Orden, of Ajax the Invincible, defeating the Pharaoh of Kimhara and moving to fight against the Immortal Empress, or the Infinite Empress, or whatever her name is, right, of Higara. Ajax the Invincible is basically Alexander the Great in this setting. He is slowly conquering, I say slowly, he is over the course of a few decades conquering the known world. And Capital, the greatest city in this or any age, is thought by many to be the only thing that could stand against him.
Okay. I have no memory of you telling us all this before.
I think I have that spiel pinned, so if anyone wants to go read that spiel later, right? Let's just say if there is a BBEG of the setting of this world, it's Ajax the Invincible, the Iron Saint.
Got it.
Irons.
Okay,
Not
so
to,
just so I
not to
understand,
say that he's our BBEG, but if there is a BBEG of the general setting, it's Ajax.
it's that guy.
Yeah, it's that guy.
So there's this happening, whatever's happening right now that's in the village.
Yeah.
But there's also a vessel approaching, right? Like
Oh no
there's
no no!
something
These
longboat?
people are from that vessel.
are from that
Oh,
vessel.
cool.
Yeah, so I'm
Are
gonna
there
start putting the
normal
tokens out.
People? Are there normal people not
Yeah,
these people?
yeah. So the tokens you see right now are just normal. The people that live here, the homesteaders. The people who have gotten off this vessel are
Oh.
those war dogs, and I'm putting
Oh,
tokens
no.
out now.
War Dog Amalgamite 1.
And the lady that screamed is screaming at the guy that just got off the vessel.
It seems like it. Yeah.
Okay.
God.
Wait. Screamer or Screamer?
What's the question
I'm
there?
assuming
Who screamed?
Scream.
I
Who's
mean,
screaming?
it's hard to know, but it came from the south, and it was a feminine sound, so it's probably the woman
Oh,
standing
screamer.
over the man on the ground.
Okay.
All right. Starting to piece some stuff together here. Sounds like Ajax is making a push on this settlement, and
I think
that's
Or it might be
that's the
demanding
hunch.
tribute from
Yuvik,
the
you're
settlements.
probably the one who has the most information potentially on Ajax, because you are from Higara. You are from Higara, and you spent the last decade or more being a pirate on the southern shores of Higara and Kimhara and the southern shores of Basloria. The same decade that Ajax's armies have been fighting in Kimhara against the Pharaoh, and the decade after Ajax shattered the armies of Good King Omen in Vesloria and liberated that country. So,
Okay. All right. Yeah.
and
okay. I'm
now
down
he
with
has
it.
moved further eastward towards your homeland, towards the Infinite Empress. I think Infinite Empress is one of her titles. Anyways, I got distracted.
Sounds
Uh,
cool. Okay. Well, that dude looks evil.
So
I feel like we should.
not that one. No. More information, and again, this is common knowledge, not to every single person, but to anyone who is like abreast of the situation in the world, right? The war dogs look the way that they do because they are literally the dead pieced back together. The Ajax the Invincible, and more specifically his wizard, Mortem, discovered a lost ward that's an artifact that is referred to as the body banks. That when they fight people, either side, they harvest the bodies, throw them in the body banks, and then the body banks restitch the various parts and pieces back together into the war dogs.
See,
although
Jade Curtis, that's a necromancer.
no, that's a necromancer. Notably, it's a very important thing. The war dogs are not undead. They are not mindless zombies. They have their own minds, though they do not necessarily have their own wills, right? They are generally loyal followers of Ajax the Invincible. And also another just trivia lore fun times. All the body parts go into the body banks, but not all the body parts are turned into war dogs. For the right price, you too can have an immortal body and get your choice of the best bits that go in.
I'd love to see the advertisement for that.
There are large sects of powerful, wealthy people across the world that have thrown their lots in with Ajax because of the immortality promised by the body banks. Got cancer? Yeah, body banks. Failing kidneys? Yeah, body banks. We'll replace those. Broke something? Lost something? Not a problem. We'll get you a new one. The best mint condition. We'll go find you one fresh.
Oh no, that's not ethical at all.
For the right price.
Interesting.
So this obviously that's a bunch of random lore dump. This is stuff that your characters would just know as soon as you see this, as soon as you see these beings, your characters would know, oh shit, these are war dogs. What are war dogs doing here? Right? But while you're having that realization, that thought process, this amalgam uncrosses his arms, reaches down, grabs this woman by her head, and begins lifting her up into the air, and she starts kicking and screaming.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna fucking teleport over there and slash him in the arm off.
Draw
Take that arm
some
off. Take it
steel.
off.
Un momento, let me throw the people that are not combatants into the spot, and we will, we're gonna say automatically because of the situation, because they're not focused on you, so the heroes are gonna win turn order immediately. So get your butts back there. I'll give you a little bit of, I'll give you a couple steps forward.
Okay.
But like, yeah, everyone can have a few steps forward, but generally, all right, not this music anymore. Get out of here with this respite stuff. It's combat time. Okay, it's the party. We have drawn steel. Yeah, this guy picks this lady up, and she is kicking and screaming, and you see, the other guy, the guy who had been talking to you, the big, kind of like ruddy brown handlebar mustache guy, he starts to stumble forward as well, yelling, right, like, clearly gonna run in and get himself killed. Like, it does not have any armaments on him and is about to charge these people. And it's the party. You all have the initiative. If you want to start with the whole like Higgins teleporting in thing, you can be my guest, but you could also do other shit.
Mitch, we could, if you wanted to, I could mark him, and then you could go in and get an edge on attack on it. If you wanted to, or you.
I will even say this. I will give you this option. How far is your teleport, Mitch?
I can't get there without like running first. Let's see.
So I would say I will either give you. You were up here, and you were the first one to.
I can't teleport to him in one turn.
Well, you were the first one to say that you were actually moving, so I will give you either a teleport, like free outside of this round. I will give you either a teleport or a full move. Your choice.
Okay, yeah. If I can full move prior to the turn, then I can probably get to him on my turn.
So if from where you are right now, you can go ahead and full move, and this is prior to everything else that is going on. Because you run first, and everyone else starts following after you.
3, 4, 5, 6.
No, that's what I was saying. I was putting you back from the beginning because everyone else like is following behind you, and I'm saying from here, this is where you would have started. This is where everyone else ends up, but you're faster on the draw. So moving from there, you get your full move. Is the scenario.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't want to just
further, but
well, I didn't want to throw you in a specific place because I wasn't sure if you wanted to like go into a building or hide on a thing or do any of your other Higgins shit that you normally do.
Oh, God damn it! Keeps moving the screen as I'm trying to move myself.
All the way back. Okay, so a little bit of distance, right? Okay, so now, sorry for that interruption. Back to what everyone was saying. Oh, also, I do love out of the corner of your eye, Higgins, as you're kind of like dashing forward, you see these two like little moats pop into existence between these two houses as Indy runs forward and the elements respond. So yeah, who wants to do what? Have at it.
So we can do your thing, Jay. The only problem is I don't have the inspiration to hesitation as weakness. So they're gonna get a turn before.
Somebody would get a move between us.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you want to just go in then and make sure you get the hit, that's fine. I can just I still intend to mark him on my turn. That's what I'm planning.
Sure. Okay. Then yeah, I can go. It looks like it has you selected as the turn.
I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
He didn't do it. Let's see if I can fix that. Revert turn. Ah, fuck. What the fuck? Oh, that's okay. Easily fixable. Easily fixable. I think we were something like that.
Clicked claim turn was.
Is that what we were looking at ish?
I was trying to cast Ray of Agonizing Self-Reflection.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Now, whoever wants to go can do their thing.
Okay, I go.
He goes. Got the twos.
Accept.
Oh shit.
Okay, I'm going to.
What do you have in your hand?
I think I'm going to. Amberglaive. Why not? What's the worst that could happen?
You hear in your mind, "It's a time to feed again."
Always.
Okay.
And I charge forward.
I do love the dichotomy that we have between Bansii and Higgins, where Bansii is just constantly like, "Nope, nuh-uh, not it, nuh-uh, not doing this Amber shit," and Higgins is just like, "Yeah, okay, let's fucking beat it."
I'm worried that I'm gonna like start manipulating the shit out of people. That's what I'm worried about. Maybe I will.
Not so bad about that. I'm actually going to teleport first.
Okay.
Because I can dash for extra damage.
Nice.
So I need to take 3 steps forward. 1, 2, 3. Devastating rush.
Okay. Question. Is your intent here just to hurt this guy? Or is your intent to free this woman?
I'm actively trying to chop the arm grabbing her so that she can move away if possible.
Okay. Go ahead, do your roll.
Really want that 24.
Ooh. Right?
I mean, if only you. Oh wait, did you have an edge?
I did.
Nice.
He had an edge
We got
because of
hero
the
tokens, right?
hiding.
How many hero tokens do I have?
You guys have hero tokens. You're gonna immediately. Okay, remember, you only get the hero tokens per adventure, or per not full adventure, but like set of the adventure.
But isn't this mission a mission is this adventure?
This could. What I'm saying is
Clarify when they would come back.
You know what? Fuck it. No,
Is it mission to mission?
I'm not gonna go through that whole scenario. We're gonna say I'm not gonna do 4 because the raw is hero tokens per like session, but that gets into like weird situations of like, what if there's multiple combats in a session, or what if there's no combats in a session, or what if there's a combat in a session and you use all the hero tokens but it doesn't finish, so there's the beginning of the next session is still that combat. You get more hero tokens. I'm gonna say 4 hero tokens per combat.
Okay. Sure. And those are shared between everyone?
That's the whole team gets 4.
Okay.
Shared, yeah.
Alright, guys. Should I re-roll to try and get the big damage on him?
Yeah, sure.
I currently do have an edge,
Remember,
and I'm hidden, and I have rush damage.
remember, hero tokens can also be used to heal, and they can also be used to give you
We don't do that,
surges. Okay, alright.
Don't do that to me.
Okay, alright. Fair enough. Uh-huh.
Okay, get that 24 then.
I'm gonna fucking roll less.
Nice.
Yeah!
Hey, it paid off.
Barely.
Just barely.
Just barely. Yeah, what happens? You succeed on what you're attempting to do. What happens?
Well, since I couldn't teleport directly to him, I want it to be like I'm Nightcrawler moving up to him.
Yeah.
And then, just like almost dragging the glaive, sweeping up, trying to catch his like elbow that's grabbing the woman.
Here, through that elbow, the woman falls. The hand is still like gripping her head, but you can see like very quickly is like twitching. The part that you cut off itself is not a single piece. You see it stitched across the forearm as well, as if there's 2 pieces stuck together. And almost immediately you see the 2 pieces start to like move against one another, and it starts to flop strangely on the ground as it falls from her head. She screams. She was already screaming. She screams further, hits the ground, and kind of like does the scooch back thing, right? And then all of a sudden, immediately, right, like none of these war dogs realize that you all were here, realize there was a threat, and now they do.
I'm gonna get my ass kicked.
All right. Anything
Completely
else
off
for your
topic,
turn?
But how many of you have read A Farewell to Arms?
Oh,
I have not read.
Nah, I have not.
That was a joke because you chopped off his.
God
Oh,
damn
got
it.
I regret answering.
I regret our 2-decade friendship.
Do not.
All right, is that the end of your turn?
Yes. I do not think I can do. I think I can technically move, but he would get an attack of opportunity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna stay here.
Okay. You chop his arm off. He bellows in response. It's not it is tinged, let's say that. It is tinged with pain, but it is not a bellow of shock. It is a howl to action. And you see all of the war dogs behind him immediately fall into like stance. And he looks down at, actually, how tall are you? It might not be looking down to you.
I think I'm taller than him.
It's a pretty, like, he's pretty fucking tall, so it's like it's a decently evenish.
We're close, but like
just
I think I'm
looks
like
at you.
7'7" or 7'8".
Yeah, I think he's like in the 7.5-ish range, right? So it's pretty close. But he looks at you, and after like this bellow ends, you see his lips are permanently stitched back away from his teeth, right? And he just has this almost Joker-esque, disgusting grin as he's like looking at you. And he simply flexes his 3 remaining arms, and it's gonna be his go.
Okay, perfect.
So in turn for you, it's gonna be the Amalgamite. Um,
There's
Okay.
a lot of people.
Now I
There are
have
a
to
lot of people here.
I have to say this, and I'm sorry if it feels like I'm lore dropping a bunch, but it's things your characters would know. I said this previously, right? Like, the war dogs are not undead. They are living creatures. They are not mindless, but their wills are questionable. They are the saying is along the lines of like they serve and die unquestioningly. That's just a saying. That's not necessarily true, right? Like, that's just a thing that people say. And to reinforce that is just a thing that people say, you see around this guy's neck the same thing that you see around every war dog's neck. Oh, hold up. I could be wrong. Let me double check. Double check. Yeah, you see around this guy's neck, the Amalgamate's neck, the same thing that you see around every war dog's neck is a collar.
Is it
and-
like they're being controlled?
It is common knowledge that when a war dog dies, that collar will explode.
But is it like mind control, or is it just like the collar is there?
It's not mind control, but there
Is it
are
fashion choice.
how to say this? It's not mind control, but
But
It's Suicide
obviously
Squad.
it's servitude, right? Like, it's servitude. They have to.
it's not mind control, but there are ways for their superiors to blow that collar on their neck.
Right.
It's Amanda
Before
Waller.
they are
it's
dead.
Amanda Waller in Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
She's just like they're encouraged to do what they're supposed to do, otherwise they get the button.
But it's not like the wand in my pocket.
Well, no, not that.
Okay.
As far as you're aware.
far as I'm
Anyways,
aware.
this guy's gonna fucking fuck you up. This guy is going to.
I didn't do anything yet.
No, he's gonna fuck Higgins up. Sorry.
Yeah, he's gonna fuck me up.
He's gonna fuck Higgins up. He is going to.
I mean, look, as fucking cool as it was to just like bamf him there and to take the dude's arm, they're just like, all right, get him.
It's tactically a terrible play, yes. But we're supposed to be heroes. Gotta do hero shit.
But it was
mean,
so cool. It was
I
so cool.
Actually,
agree.
he's going to. He looks down at the arm that you chopped off, and he grins at you, steps to the side, and says, "Good thing
Puts
I
it
have.
back on.
Good thing I have more. And while he reaches for you with one arm, he reaches down and picks the woman and the man up by their legs to dangle in the air, as he basically uses them as shields against your party to the north.
That's unbelievable. What a dick move. I like this guy even less.
What did you like him before?
Oh, sorry, he can't get both,
I
so
did.
he's gonna grab the guy, and not the woman.
That's a fucking move he's got.
Yeah.
Oh, he got the fire.
Oh,
I
Jeremy
got
got
the
the fancy.
fire
Someone
ones.
got the fancy.
I got the fancy ones. I did it.
They are fancy. They're fancy AF.
Are you going to
Okay.
trigger? Or are you going to accept?
I am going to trigger so long as I can trigger. So that's saying that I'm getting grabbed.
Yes. But teleporting will move you away from that. Basically.
Okay, then I am going
can teleport
to,
out
in
of the
all
grab.
this confusion, I go poof.
Okay. Fantastic.
1, 2. Actually, how far can I poof?
I think it was,
I can
it's,
poof 4, 5?
I think it said 4.
You have the damage till up to 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Okay. I will go there.
Because you are not grabbed, because you teleported out, as the amalgamate reaches down and grabs the man, he picks him up by, his hand is so big that he picks this guy up with, he puts it around his torso and just like picks him up like a doll, right? And he like punched you, grabbed you, and then you teleported out of his grasp, which is really good because after you do that, he is going to use his malice ability to immediately deal additional damage to any creatures he has grabbed. He crushes this guy's chest cavity, and you see a fountain of blood spurt out of his mouth.
Okay. Well. Feels bad.
Was that too much, Lily? Was that too
No,
much?
I was thinking.
I can
She's like,
I
she's
can
probably
dial
the
it.
entire time
Move
thinking, how am I going to
people.
save these people?
I can dial it back down if necessary. Y'all just let me know.
No. It was more like if he can just like squish him like bugs. I need him to push him back in order to trigger a teleport. And if he's not gonna do that, I can't teleport them.
Sorry.
Village people are dumb. They don't run away fast enough.
Alright. That is the end of his turn.
In their defense, they haven't gotten a turn yet.
That's true.
That is true.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and go, I guess.
Sure.
As he calmly walks over and is like, hey, now's not a good time. Can you guys come back later?
Right?
I mean,
Literally the worst villager ever.
Dude.
Can we reassign these 2 motes over here to me? I think when we went back a turn, they were unassigned to me.
Sure.
Or delete them and I can
Let's do the delete and re.
start a combat.
delete them.
It's not letting me summon.
Do another minions at the start of turn. Because I think it's not triggering the start of combat.
Oh, okay. I think I did it. There I go. I had to click the confirm button at the bottom.
No worries.
Okay. All right. What I'm going to do is first I'm gonna take these guys. They are going to. How do I do their moves? Main action. Because I want them to. Because I have 3 whatever essence. I want it to turn into a
Oh,
fire
you're
plume.
trying to convert? Gotcha.
Yeah. So it uses its special ability. And I'm trying to understand how to do that, which requires essence.
I think it would be from you in your. Is it the call forth or is it the? Oh no, it's the.
So it's Elemental's Catalyst. So it's a
Yeah,
special move for this.
for the little buggers. Well, what I will say
Character sheet.
is,
Catalyst.
it might not be implemented, is the thing.
Okay.
I'm looking. Oh, here's Catalyst. It's if you click on them, and then click Maneuver, it says Catalyst.
Oh, I see. Okay,
I
gotcha.
think. Yeah.
Catalyst. New squad. Wait. That's not what I wanted it to turn into. I wanted it. How do I turn it into a different character?
Oh, alternatively, you can spend 1 essence to transform the mote into a signature minion.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
As if you summoned the new minion. Okay.
Oh, there. I found it. Yeah.
Gotcha. Beat me to it. Yay! What the fuck is that?
So a fire plume. Fire plumes are artillery. Where to go?
What the fuck?
So
He has
Free Strike has a range of 10, range of 10. So
This is why you were talking about howitzers.
yeah, I mean, so I have 3 essence. I'm using all 3 to convert these into fire plumes, and then so I need to put them into. Okay, good. They're already in it. Then I want to sacrifice these people. So go back to my guy. Sacrifice minions. As squads. For whatever reason, these 3 aren't in any of my squads, but I sacrifice.
1, 2, 3.
Alright, and then summoning. Is it call forth?
Yeah, I believe so. Call forth to pick a minion from your portfolio. So while what's happening with Higgins and these villagers is happening, behind all of this, back towards the entrance, is just this conflagration of elemental properties as these differing like elementals get warped into being.
He's just back there, freaking.
There we go.
Fire bending.
Oh God. So okay. Obviously these little fire plumes are just like little stand-in things. What do your fire plumes actually look like?
It actually doesn't show in the book, but they're supposed to. So they are.
I think up to you. Like open to interpretation. What do your fire plumes look like?
They're essentially elemental motes of fire that just spurt fireballs from themselves.
So are they like a hovering flame, or are they like an actual like circular sphere of fire, or
a hovering flame?
Hovering flame. All right, cool. Sounds good. So yeah, a fire just bursts into conflagrates in the center of the village, and the couple over here on the side, who are already screaming about what's happening down below, are now screaming because there's fire in the village.
All right, so now these guys are going to approach. And these guys will see what's 10. Alright, so now I can use their main action for a free range strike, right? Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. You just click all the targets that you want to click. If you want them all on one guy, you can click them all on one guy. Hell yeah. So these little, like, spouts of fire just spiral out from these plumes of conflagration and smack into some of the war dogs, who are now beginning to realize that there are a lot more threats than just the stone man with the glaive. And you hear, like, there's shouts and, you know, calls coming from them as they're kind of, like, coordinating, like, pointing up at you, pointing at the elementals, pointing at the villagers, basically looking like they're just going to try to kill everyone here.
Murder everyone!
Anything else for your turn?
Let's see, what can I do myself? Can I do anything myself?
Well, you used your main action, but you still have a maneuver.
That's right.
And you can always move, obviously. To get closer to the action, or to hide, or something like that.
Move up here.
Okay, that's good. Okay. End turn?
Yep.
Alright, sweet.
Yes.
Okay, I think these conscripts, you are not hidden, Higgins. What the fuck? That's wild. Take advantage of
I
that.
couldn't get far enough to hide.
Take advantage of that. How far is the range on that? That's range 5. How far can these guys move? Pretty far.
Oh, crap.
So 2 of these war dogs run up, flanking you, Higgins. So they're going to do that.
Oh.
That's going to be 4 damage your way. And then these, you see, they start kind of like indiscriminately targeting people. So this one's going to throw a dagger at this lady over here. And this one will target one of your plumes. So just a little bit of damage there. The lady screams, and it looks obviously like this man and this woman are going to go try to hide. And then you see the dagger hits one of your plumes, and it just, like, sputters and dissipates. And that is, I think, going to... now. They gotta do it. They gotta try to do it on your boy. One of them tries to grab you, Higgins. And
No.
in the scuffle, they roll a 12, so in the scuffle, they do grab you, but you're able to stab them in the process of them grabbing you. They kind of, like, expose themselves. Except...
Okay.
Except you already used your trigger, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Did it prompt you to do a melee free strike?
It did.
Okay, then I do it. Because it's I think that
Okay.
doesn't count as triggered, so. Oh, snake eyes. Doesn't matter! Still good enough. You're no longer grabbed. The issue of
What's
trying
the
to
loyalty collar.
the issue of trying to grab people, So that thing is what I described. That collar on around all their necks. He goes to grab you. You stab him, right? He like you feel the puncture of his internal organs as you stab into him. You see blood spurt from his mouth as he grins at you, and then there's a beep, 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 beep. The collar explodes, his head blows off his body, and you are hit by part of the force. So you take 1 damage because he dies adjacent to you, basically. So yeah. Which, interestingly, you don't actually take.
Okay. Why
Because
don't I take?
as you, because this is something we have to do manually, and we got to remember. But as you stab him and kill him with the amber glaive, you hear in your mind, blood. And you gain 1 temporary HP, which is immediately taken away by the collar's explosion. So,
blood.
Awesome.
Concussive force.
so I'm gonna put you back up to 18, which is where you should be at. But yeah. So concussive force, yes. So that is their turn. It is Bansii or Yuvik. Who wants to go?
What do you think?
Sounds like you had something cooking up, Lily. You wanna?
I don't really have anything cooking, but I do have area of effect.
Oh,
Did you want to get in there before they have time to scoot out of their little group?
Yeah.
Okay. Because there's 5 of them still.
You got a long range,
So-
but I don't know if you got that long a range.
Just so you know that my fire plumes, they leave fire behind, so anybody that goes into that area.
Oh shit! The dude who
Well,
is
it's
trying to run
enemy,
forward
so-
is now like looking at the fire, like freaking out. God damn it!
Hell
wow.
yeah!
You're fucking
Wow,
massive
that is
AOE. No.
Yeah, I ignored all these guys though. I mean, yeah.
It's fine. We'll
Great.
make it.
That's great. That was a good chunk. Mm-hmm. There's a series of just detonations as war dogs start to bleed from their eyes and mouths from the psychic or from the damage. As Bansii has them all behold the mystery, and then realizing that they're dead, their collars start blowing their heads off, and there's just fountains of blood on the pier.
there is. Wait, so these little minion got like these. Sorry, hold on.
Yeah.
These are bad guys still, right?
Those are bad
No,
guys still, yes.
This is
Oh,
If-
no.
this
I
one's
can
friendly.
move
That one's
towards-
friendly.
The fire. Do you want me to not move towards the fire? I guess is the question.
Does the fire hurt us?
He's just saying don't
Says
walk
an
into
enemy,
fire.
doesn't say
It's
friendly.
fire.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Also notably, right? As the amalgamate, that big dude who had been crushing the woman's head, right? As he does scream at this point as you have him behold the mystery, his eyes begin to bleed, right? His nose begins to bleed, and then as he slumps, his collar explodes. It is a noticeably bigger explosion than the other guys. He is a noticeably bigger boy. He's obviously more in charge. The collar explosion off of him is bigger and more forceful, and you see it wash over the lady at his feet, who screams and tries to crawl onto the man whose torso has been crushed.
Before I end my turn, though, I'm gonna call to these villagers and ask if these are all coming from the island.
Give me a power roll. Oh,
nice.
Whoa!
Oh.
That's a critical.
Oh, coming through.
You also have intimidation, don't you?
I do.
The visage of a wailing, commanding, imperious banshee has appeared to these homesteaders, heralding doom and fire and conflagration, and they immediately... Yes, they're on the island with the fortress. Yes, and they are like ducking and hiding from you now.
Good. They should hide. They should hide from everything. Hide from all the things.
Absolutely, 100%. Okay, this guy's gonna go. He howls. He did not appreciate that. How to do something about it? That's the question. That is the question. And I that's happens. That's what happens, folks. This guy runs forward, and you can see he is wielding an incredibly strange implement. It looks like corrugated iron, like not steel, right? Like it's this strange kind of like almost industrial, like building material kind of like stuff that has been sharpened into a series of spikes. And you see it's attached.
I thought it was a bow at first.
And you see it's attached to a chain. He runs forward, screaming, like bloody murder, like hysterics. Not screaming out of fear, screaming out of like insanity. He whips the chain forward with this like buzzsaw attached to the end of it.
So it's like a flail?
And he
Ouch.
stabs it into that guy and yanks him
Foil.
forward. And now has him like gripped and is about to like just slice him open entirely.
Now, my magma worms
Oh, man.
never had a main action. Are they able to take one now? Or
Wait, I
if you
have a teleport thing.
okay.
because he's now in range of.
So if you don't use your main action on your turn, you basically like lose it, right?
Got
It's
it.
that kind of scenario.
Yeah.
You banshee witch. He hurls this like chain to chain sword into this man who shrieks in agony, is yanked forward, grabs him by the throat, is grinning in his face, like spittle coming out of his mouth as he's about to like rake this chain down his body and kill him. And then the guy's gone, and he's just like, what the? And he looks north and sees the banshee before him, and he's looking right the fuck at you, Bansii.
It's fine. I teleported him towards Indiana Stones.
That is his turn. I say that.
You're
No,
like, he
yeah.
doesn't mention
No,
her.
he's
He's gonna kill her.
well, no, he's just an angry bastard. He really wanted to kill something. Looks around, grins, points. You don't see him do anything, but he points to the war dog still next to Higgins. Closes his fist. And the guy's head blows up. And
He's got the gun.
What's up?
and
You must have to kill something.
Higgins takes a
Uh-oh.
little bit of damage in response.
Tis but a flesh wound.
It's but a flesh wound.
Just put a
All
flesh
right,
wound.
that's his turn. It's Yuvik. And I think
Okay,
we'll
all right,
end this
so-
combat with the end of Yuvik's turn. Or we'll end
Okay.
the session with the end of Yuvik's turn because it's getting late.
So what I am going to do is I'm going to run, and about halfway through the run, I'll hit my knees and pull out my gun. And while I'm sliding, I'll mark the eviscerator.
Hell yeah.
And then as I come to a stop, floating arrow or exploding shot.
Oof.
It's a 7.
You going with that?
Except for
Hey!
got
He
it.
only had 7! Woo!
wow.
Very nice.
Let's see. I get a new mark.
There's an explosion, and then an immediate second explosion as his collar detonates. But there's no one near him, thankfully.
Yep. That's what I was hoping. All right. So I marked this fella. I'm already moved my mark.
Okay. End of your
and
turn?
That
Great.
end turn.
That's
it.
You see these guys? Both jump back. This is not their boat. Their boat isn't actually on screen, but this is going to be the representation for their boat. They both jump on their boat. And that is going to be the end of the first round of combat and the end of this session, as one of the villagers lays most definitely dead, 2 more grievously injured, and the party has had their first encounter with the war dogs of Ajax the Invincible. That's it. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.